season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
To try again after the sack. Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Now first and 10 at the 11. On first and 10, it's Hall.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a quick throw completed by Willis.
Touchdown, Bengals! A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
That one goes for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Washington. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
The Bengals at 2-12 in what has been a tough year. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since they had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Jackson looking to throw on third. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Touchdown! A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter.
Picked off by Lewis. Nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. A give, running right is Hall. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Willis on 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Willis, 4th down here.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throwing out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
Multiple defenders Commanders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we eke closer,
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Willis. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to...
Touchdown, Bengals! A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carr. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carr.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw again is Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Tommy Tremble, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gano the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Last play of the half, Willis. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. From the 6. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Second down. Here's Willis.
Throwing left side. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Willis. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. 23 yards on the play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. After the sack on first down, Willis.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long. This pass out wide to Hall.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Going on 4th down, here's Willis.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals trying, but it doesn't work out.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
He'll take it inside the 25.
have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Willis, who dumps this one off here to Hall.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Willis. There's Hall bringing in another one.
And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Back now in Cincinnati as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter.
On 4th down, here's the option.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And they've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Earlier, they had 2 other 4th down conversion attempts that did not go their way. This time, it does go their way.
And this reminds me of a conversation I had with him in the offseason. There wasn't even a game to be played, but what he told me, I have enough confidence in my team and my football.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. It's Mixon on the counter.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Joe Mixon with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Back to throw, Willis.
He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
1st and 10, it's Willis.
He's going to try and go deep again. And that is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
2nd down, Willis looks to throw here.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the...
And this is going to be intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Willis looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Throwing now is Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
And here comes Berrios.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Here's Willis.
Escape, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play.
Let's go now.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
19, right here.
Throwing, Willis.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
Ready? 19 strikes. 19 strikes.
One final try here for Willis.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game